Well, good day, YouTubers, friends, and family from across the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on January 16th, 2019. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet. Welcome to Morning Dew. And thank you for joining me today. God bless you all. God bless humanity as we are going through all of these great changes together. Pretty exciting times, but at the same time a little bit scary. All of the earthquakes, the extreme weather events around the planet are increasing tenfold right now. And how can not everybody notice this? I mean, look at these strange earthquakes. One reported today in Ocean City, Maryland, Washington. Now, mind you, it was off the coast. But that's a very strange place for an earthquake. Just look at all of the earthquakes the last 24 hours. So strange earthquakes off the coast of Maryland. We've got uptick in earthquakes all across and around Yellowstone being reported the last 36 hours. And this was our sun the last 48 hours. Now yesterday there was a plasma filament that ripped away from the northern section. You can see it here in this next frame. Or not, okay? It's disappeared. It won't load for me. But yeah, on the right side as well, watching some action. But it's not nearly enough action to keep the weather patterns that we had during a solar maximum. So the signs that we are seeing all across the planet are widened equator, jet streams in the northern hemisphere are so erratic right now. We've got equatorial moisture mixing with polar vortex moisture. And that's pretty much what's happening over Alberta right now, as there is a huge high pressure polar vortex coming from the north, and we've got that large low pressure system sitting off the coast of North America just pushing in all of that warm moisture. So we've got foggy conditions all across Alberta today. But looking at this null school map here, look at the difference at 10,000 feet for wind currents from Antarctica to the Arctic. Something has shifted drastically. And when you look at the South Pole compared to the North Pole, you can see it has split. There are two very large low pressure centers when there should be one in the center around our North Pole. Oh, look at that, it looks like a face. Huh. Look at that, isn't that cute? At least he's smiling, somewhat, a little bit angry with a smile. Kind of a interesting, yeah, just happened to notice that. But I want to thank you all for joining Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide. We are now over 5,500 subscribers, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I've got a lot of great things and special offers coming from Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide. So stay tuned daily. As often as I can, I will be uploading my videos. But this I wanted to talk about because it's a bit concerning. The earthquake in Maryland, our jet streams in the northern hemisphere, the uptick in seismicity all around Yellowstone. And if anybody hasn't noticed, for the last couple weeks I've been talking about the earthquakes around volcanoes. What we're seeing now is increased volcanism everywhere. And with that comes a lot of ash in our atmosphere. And with our collapsed magnetosphere, we've got increased cosmic rays penetrating from outer space, from our sun. So there are a lot of things that are playing into this right now. But this region, the subduction zone, Cascadia fault line, and San Andreas, please stay aware and prepared. Have a plan ready, because I do believe this subduction zone is going to give soon. Now, while I was searching here on USGS, I just happened to notice some explosions that they're reporting in Washington, 4 different areas. That's very interesting. They just kind of popped up, and yesterday there was a report of an explosion in Princeton, Canada, just north, about 100 kilometers east of Mount Baker. So these explosions were around Shasta, Rainier, Mount St. Helens, all in that Washington area. Look at all the earthquakes the last 24 hours. This is kind of crazy, guys. Please stay aware and prepared. Have a plan ready for an earthquake. Have a go bag, a bag that you go to where it's got everything in it and you can go. Get a hold of your friends and family, of course. And please share this channel with your friends and family from across the world, as I am trying to keep humanity aware and prepared, because something big is about to give. Subduction zone between Cascadia fault line and San Andreas. Gonna look into these explosions in Washington that are being reported. I'm sure there'll be full details tomorrow. But I definitely wanted to talk about this tonight because it's kind of crazy. You know, I haven't seen many explosions reported on USGS, especially in the United States. And Canada, of course. Yesterday with the Princeton, British Columbia explosion that was reported. And I looked into that, and there were no actual news reports, just a report from USGS. So they're reporting something, and somebody heard something. That's all I can say. So, you know, we've had increased meteors being sighted across the world as well. Actually got some great footage of one coming in over Alberta. We caught it here in Calgary. And that was around the same time as the explosion being reported in BC. So we're being pelted by a lot of energy right now and a lot of meteors. So many things are changing, and God bless you all, and thank you for joining Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide, as I'm just doing my best to keep you all aware and prepared, and as well keep myself aware and prepared for these great changes. I do believe that we are on the verge of a pole flip, which comes around the same time as a grand solar minimum, which makes sense to me. A grand solar minimum is a minimum cycle, which is an elongated minimum cycle. A normal minimum cycle is 11 years. potentially we are on the verge of a 25 to 30 year minimum. If that's the case, what we're seeing now, 10 years from now, is going to be 10 times worse. The intensity is increasing worldwide. Wind streams, low pressure systems, high pressure systems, jet streams. You know, we've got these new terms across the world from meteorologists because there's been so many changes on our planet this year. New clouds. They're also spraying our skies with chemicals. That's right. Barium, lithium, amongst a few other chemicals that they're spraying. A lot of them are reflectants. They know this cosmic energy is penetrating our collapsed magnetosphere, which is our outer protective shield. So, you know, interesting with all these explosions being reported and all of the meteor sightings reported, all of the earthquakes around volcanoes. It seems to me that we are on the verge of a grand solar minimum. Here's the report yesterday of the 2.1 earthquake in Princeton. So they were reporting an explosion which caused a 2.1 earthquake. What is that all about? Well, like, what is going on in Washington? What is going on in Princeton? Are all of these major volcanoes around the world going to go at the same time? Are they now activating? Because if they are, get ready for a volcanic winter. Quite possibly days without sun. Around the world, we have new volcanoes. Some that have been dormant. We've got earthquakes in the Owen fracture zone, just south of Iran, in Yemen. And where's that? Right beside a volcano. Well, not right beside, but pretty close to a volcano all along the fault line. And that there, in the Owen fracture zone, is a subduction zone as well. So, you know, even the Russian military was sent to assess a giant rockfall blocking the Berea River in Khabarovsk, in the Khabarovsk region. Now, everybody was talking about, you know, a possible explosion or a UFO crash, a meteor, but this was reported days ago, if not weeks ago. They're just now trying to get in there and clear the way to assess it, see what happened. But anything's possible. There was a huge landslide nonetheless, but this footage could have been a huge meteorite. Stay aware and prepared. Thank you for watching this extra long video. If you made it this far, God bless you, and make sure you hit up the comment section and say you made it this far. Much love. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. This is Russia. Get your morning dew. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.